What's happening, gamers? It's K-Mega405 live from the 405 where I'm just your regular gamer talking to the intelligent gamers. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Be so kind to hit that subscribe button, that invisible like button, and also let me hear or read, I should say, your comments about the video. So let's get right into it. Now, look, it has been a while since me and others have brought up about the changes that's going on within gaming. You can go back to further videos even past a year ago where I'm just saying that the innovation of gaming and where gaming is about to take off is going to put people in a predicament to where they have been strong in their stances. It's going to put them in a precarious situation because they're thinking that one console is going to be different than the other in a sense, but when it comes down to business and money, it's always going to trump any crazy thought process or theories from a lot of these fanatics out there. My case in point is, as you're seeing right here, Verizon is just now going to start getting into the streaming service, kind of doing like what Game Pass is with Xbox, and throwing their hat in the fray with this gaming situation. Nothing wrong with that. What's the crazy thing within that, as you've seen, that there was some PlayStation 4 games that was presented in that article, and there's a lot of people that's trying to downplay it as like, oh, this was just some typos or whatever. But listen, if this was something that PlayStation was not allowing, I don't think that they would show PlayStation games in the first place. And then secondly, it's the weekend, so we'll see here Monday or Tuesday if PlayStation turns around and says that this is something that they have no parts of or whatever. But that being said, for Verizon to actually get out there, and there's supposed to be a leaked page and show this, then there should be some validity to this. And it just comes to show is when you read reports going back to even 2014 with Sony and how they want to have games on different devices and things like that, it's something that they have a vision. It's something that, of course, like we've been saying for quite a few of us has been saying this, look, this is the future of gaming. Now look, for the old heads, they just kind of want gaming to be just on one console and have this argument for what is an exclusive and what is not. I cannot wait to see the energy within these people, and also with that Metacritic article, as it was being so messy of trying to say that Xbox didn't have any top ranked exclusive, just really kind of throwing out Forza for their high rated, had higher marks than Spider-Man, mind you, but regardless, just kind of want to throw that bone at Microsoft. Now, so when you look at this, like, PlayStation is going to jump into strategy. Now, this is something that I was saying on GRG. Hope you guys check out the latest GRG episode on the channel, and also we were saying it on the next podcast, which is on Xbox448's channel. Is that basically this could be a thing to where, because they're so far behind when it comes to the cloud computing aspect of it, because they've kind of put themselves in this corner by wanting to be like the still traditional old school console, is that maybe they could be partnering up with Verizon, which would be a very smart move for them. Look, money talks, bullshit walks. We all know that. And when it comes down to where, if they do have a partnership with Verizon, this is a good look for Sony, in my opinion, because Verizon has over 150 million users. So if you have that type of reach, that's even more than what the PlayStation 4 has sold. I mean, you got to look at it from that perspective. Consoles only get to a certain plateau and then they're done. You know, last gen, because they lasted so long, that's when they had those big numbers. But usually around that 5 to 7 year cycle, no console really goes over that 100 million mark. And so when you have numbers of 150 million on top of the PlayStation users, you're looking at around close to 250 million gamers out there that might potentially want to look at that particular game. And let's not get into attach rate, because look, for Spider-Man selling 9 million is a credible feat. But when you want to talk about attach rate, because the Fanatics has made something about attach rates, it looks pretty bad, and Nintendo is killing it in that department. Also, when you go and look at Halo 5 and what it's done, even though a lot of people they speculate that Halo is still at like 5 million, even though it has million users that plays that game a day, it's still that people still want to kind of say that Halo is dying. But regardless of that, PlayStation's strategy is a smart one by trying to work with and getting to this space. PlayStation doesn't have the luxury of what Microsoft has by having having Windows, an operating system that reaches far more people. We're talking about over 2 billion people that has a personal computer, and then you're looking between 500 million to 700 million gamers upon the computer. So having games go over from the Xbox and vice versa, that's just a perfect look. Plus you also have Google jumping into the fray, and you have Amazon, and these guys have over 100 million plus and a lot of capital behind them. So it just makes perfect sense for PlayStation, or I should say Sony, to get involved in this, because they want those dollars and they want these games. If you want bigger and better games, as we know that God of War is a phenomenal feat, you have to have money and generate enough money. And this also could be saying something about what the PlayStation 5 is going to be bringing into the future in regards of forwards capability. I mean, I'm still thinking that they're going to do backwards capability, but maybe not so much forwards capability. And this could be all into unison of what's going on with what's going on with PlayStation Now and everything else. So again, I just hope that these fanboys have this same energy when it comes to talking about exclusives when this jumps off, because this is just a matter of time. PlayStation is not stupid, and they've been in the game for so many years now. They want a piece of this pie. Nintendo has already been dipping their toe in it with mobile, by going and doing doing Pokemon and doing Mario games and such. That's why when you heard that the CEO from Nintendo saying that, hey, we're all about being flexible when it comes to what we're going to do with the console space. They're not really caring about the console like that, because they know that there's only limited sales with the console. They want to reach as many people as possible. So anyway, I definitely want to hear your thoughts. I thought this was pretty interesting. So everybody have a good one until the next video. Peace.